What's going on, guys? This is Racing Ketchup here once again, and I've been meaning to make this for quite a while, but I just haven't really got around to it. But this is the changes with the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Tournament Edition with Sektor. This is the current build. I'm not sure if there's been a new one. I don't think it's been released yet, but we will quickly just set him as Scorpion, and we'll go over the changes that I know about. I mean, I could miss a few here, but I want to go over some of the uses I found for his new additions that he's been given. So first of all, he's been given some new strings, or slightly altered version of his strings. So he's still got his high punch, low punch, which is that. He's still got that, but the high punch, high kick, back high kick thing that he did have has been edited slightly. If you do high punch, high kick, back high kick, it will send full screen now. It does 22% damage, and there's a slightly increased version, which I'm not sure about. He gets sent back there, but I'm not sure if he can do anything after it. I've not been able to find it, but there is an increased version of that string. But I think in terms of uses, you know, you've now got an option where both strings that Sektor has will send you full screen, allowing him to play more of a ranged game. So you've got that will send full screen now. You've obviously got, you know, your full screen business from that as well, where you can sort of catch some nice little combos from that. But either way, his combos will now not sort of leave you standing around here where he would struggle. You're now sort of either jump distance or you get knocked full screen entirely. We'll quickly kill him, and we will go into some more changes. It's a bit awkward for me to do because you can't turn cheats on with infinite health, unfortunately, on this version of the game I'm playing. So you need to just kind of do it this way. So yeah, so he's got some new strings. He has got a new string as well, which is his high kick. That works as is, but you can now do a homing missile afterwards, which is that. So it knocks down or on block. It doesn't matter either way. You can now get a homing missile, and that's awesome. Like, that's brilliant. It doesn't do much damage, presumably because you've now got no damage, but you've now got the setup, so you can do whatever you want. So, you know, for example, you could do the high kick, homing, and then you bait a teleport and then block it and punish. Or, you know, you can do high kick, homing missile, do another homing missile maybe, then you can sort of start going in. Obviously, when there's a full screen homing missile and they don't want to block, that gives you a good ground to go in and start doing stuff that he has. So, you know, you could do like a homing missile on its own, and then get in and then do, you know, more sort of homing missile pressure. But either way, it's kind of become slightly more reminiscent of Mortal Kombat 9 Sektor, of where, you know, the homing missile was such a crucial part of his pressure game. Now he pretty much has access to that in UMK3 as well, which is ace, because it just means that you've got a few more options other than just, you know, because Sektor couldn't get anything from his low starter before. It was just high kick, and that was pretty much all you do. You got your run jabs, and then you try and blow someone up for doing a low poke, and that was all you'd get, and that's it. But now you can get just a little bit more. He used to be able to do high kick, teleport, uppercut, but it was a bit too powerful, I think, so they removed it. But anyway, yeah, onto the other changes. His straight missile will now knock down, just like it does in Mortal Kombat 9. And it does also count towards a toasty, but it doesn't really do anything on here. But yeah, the straight missile will knock down now, and that's awesome. That's a really big deal for me, because if you see it hit, you can then safely get a homing missile on the ground, because knockdown, they can't do anything about the inevitable homing missile that comes after it, really. I mean, he can go for a teleport, but then because he's standing up, when I would play this with other people, normally when they see a homing missile, they try and teleport you, because I think you're obviously going to press a button or try and go in. But now this knocks down, you can safely get a homing missile on the screen. Also, you can combo off it from full screen. It's got to be really quick with it. You've got to be like super duper fast, but there you go. You can combo off it as well. You can't get loads of damage, but you know, it's a really good amount. I mean, I'll try and do a bit more from that real quick. We'll go back into it from here. But yeah, so I mean, I don't think you can react to it. I mean, maybe you could, but you know, you're gonna have to be spot on with seeing that it's landed. But yeah, you can combo into it. You can also combo into it slightly from in the corner as well. But yeah, basically, so if you see this hit now, you can teleport uppercut, you know, straight missile, or you can also do, you know, teleport uppercut, homing missile, and then, you know, your pressure begins. Either way, that's awesome, because, you know, Sektor, it used to be in Mortal Kombat 9 where you land the straight missile, it knocks down, so you instantly get like trade momentum. So, you know, the second you hit a projectile that's not a trade, you've now got that sort of space to work with, because they're standing up and you can move, you can do whatever you like. So on here it's a matter of, you know, land that, land your full screen missile, see it land, you get the knockdown, either combo into it with uppercut, which is, it's still tricky. You got to be, I think it's like as soon as you can possibly teleport uppercut, you have to do it. I'm doing it too early, way too early. There you go. So I don't know whether it would be like realistic to do it there, but you know, either way, it's cool. It's really cool. Yeah, onto other changes. His homing missile has, as far as I'm aware, it used to be, I'm not sure if it still is, but his homing missile recovers three frames quicker than it used to. May not sound like much, but it's actually a pretty big deal. A lot of times, we'll quickly kill Scorpion and start again. A lot of times, you would get a homing missile on the screen, and the opponent just has that split second where they can punish you for doing a homing missile. Whereas now, because it recovers slightly quicker, it's more of a big deal than it sounds. Because if you now do a homing missile, you're a bit more safe, because now you have more safe ways to do it anyway. Because you've got the high kick homing missile, you know, you've got the knockdown into homing missile. But now, even on its own, you know, if you've got like a bit of neutral ground here, you can throw out a homing missile, and now you can just recover that little bit quicker. But also, the big deal for that, I find, is in his high punch, low punch combo. Normally it would be, you know, you get at least one homing missile from that, and then that's a safe way to guarantee a homing missile. Any way you can guarantee them is good, because it means that you get that sort of momentum as they stand up, because you can either bait a wake up attack, like a teleport if you're Scorpion, or you can just keep the pressure going, because they block the homing missile, then your run jabs can begin. Or if there's a homing missile and then you try and run jab, I'll try and do it here. If you grab them, you know, it keeps following them around. So if you do it and then try and grab, I'm not sure if I can do it here, but you can actually combo into it. I think it might just be a matter of you might have to do it early. But when you have a homing missile on the screen and then you begin your run jab pressure, there is a possibility that the homing missile will actually combo into the throw for extra damage. It's a really cool thing. I probably can't do it here because it's normally something that happens in the middle of a match, but yeah, like I was saying, the high punch, low punch combo, you can normally do something like that, you know, bit of cool damage, but now you can almost guarantee 2 homing missiles from that, because if you do it on its own, if you do it too early, it will combo in as normal. It can hit them. I'll try and show that first, because if you do it early enough, you can combo into the homing missile, like that. So you have to let them sink slightly, but because it recovers 3 frames quicker, you now have 6 more frames throughout the entirety of this animation to get 2 homing missiles. So 1, 2, and then as they stand, you know, they've got other things they can do it. Or if you do it really early, 1 will combo, or then, you know, none of them will combo. Or you can do instant homing missile, 1 of them will hit them and combo into it, and then because they're being knocked back from that homing missile, you can safely get the second one as they stand. Pretty much the change almost just means that Sektor can much more safely litter the screen in homing missiles, and it's turning him into much more of this sort of Mortal Kombat 9 counterpart of where he could zone you out and then really capitalise off a knockdown and then get the pressure on. It's very much how we played in Mortal Kombat 9. I feel like with Ultimate MK3 Tournament Edition, it's kind of sort of become that, I think. What else? Oh yeah, well, pretty much the biggest deal I feel is that his teleport can now combo into more things. You can get more damage. So if now I'm going to do a teleport, you can do jump kick teleport. It's not hard, but you can now combo into it for a bit more. Because obviously normally it would be you land the teleport uppercut, and the max damage you can get is, you know, you could do that. That's pretty much all you could do. But now you can go, you know, you can get more damage from it, which is awesome. It also means your anti-air potential is a lot better too. But it also means that you can do, I don't think that combos, but I've not really tried it. But I think, you know, again, a thing about that is that you can, there's no sort of big loss in damage for trying to get a setup now. Because when I play Sektor in this game, I love the homing missiles. They're such a key part to his game, in my opinion. Now when you land a teleport, you can, I really struggle to do it from that side. I want to try again. Yeah, I really struggle to do it from that side of the screen. Now you can do a homing missile, and you know, you've got 37% damage from a teleport and a homing missile pressure. It used to be, you know, you had to just do that, and it's just not the same. Or you could do and try and risk that, because they can stand up and potentially attack you, but it's nowhere near enough damage. So now you can go for your homing missile pressure a lot safer. And you're not missing out on too much damage, because, you know, you've got a lot more of that now. But yeah, in terms of sort of practical uses for all this stuff, I've been kind of sort of describing it as I'm going along, but he's got some pretty cool corner swag now, which is quite nice. As you can see, just the combo potential anyway, from the fact that you can combo into teleport twice, is a big deal. But for example, if you're in the corner now, because the missile recovers quicker, I might not be able to do it because it's quite hard. Yeah, I might not be able to do it because it's quite tricky, but it did work once. Yeah, it's like a very space dependent thing. But you can now do, because you can combo into that sort of homing missile, as you can see there, like you can safely get the second one. The combo potential, he gets a bit more now, I feel. You can now combo off that. You can now combo off the straight missile in the corner. I'll try and see if I can do it. Oops. Oh god. Oh, we'll just kill him. We'll just try again. Because it knocks down, they're in the air for just like a small amount of time. So if you get them in the corner, I mean, normally if you do the whatchamacallit, the sort of high punch, low punch launcher in the corner, you want to do like a jump kick, high kick anyway, because I think it would do more damage. But you can combo off the air, the rocket in the corner, the same way you can do it mid-screen. So if we catch him now, why can't I do that? It's not even hard. Yes, that's what, it's like timing specific, but you can do it. I'll get it eventually, I swear. We'll try again. See, it's much easier if I could just give him infinite health, but unfortunately this version of MAME doesn't have any cheats enabled, so I've got to just do it regularly. Nah, you can't do it. You used to be able to, or you can do a homing missile, so you do the high punch into homing missile, that will combo, and then you can juggle the straight missile. It's very, very like distance specific. It's not particularly viable, I don't think, because normally if you got them in the corner, you want to just sort of just do high punch, low punch, jump kick, and then the high kick in the corner, and it will land and do a bit more damage. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers all the changes. I mean, you know, I wish I could add more rounds or something, so I don't have to keep sort of starting the match again. But yeah, is increased strings, sending full screen. Missile knocks down, that's a huge deal, can be comboed into as well. Homing missiles are quicker, you can combo into homing missile now from this. You know, you've got a full screen string, another homing missile you can set up from that. You know, you can do all kinds of cool stuff with Sektor now. I think he's so much better, so much more viable. I mean, he still can't get insane damage from a low starter, but he can get the pressure, and that can potentially set up into more damage. Comboing off the teleport, that's a pretty big deal, because it now means that, you know, he just gets so much more damage. You know, you get like 45% per teleport now, just the way, like, you know, Robot Smoke used to be able to. But all in all, it means he's become much more of this kind of like range dependent character, where you can actually harass people from full screen, because he used to have a good ranged game anyway, I found, because, you know, although it wasn't great, it was one of the more better sort of full screen games. And now pretty much the changes have let him sort of do that better. So obviously, you know, when you land a homing missile and it hits, the amount of people that get hit by that and then it knocks down, you can pretty much just harass people with missiles the whole time. Especially now if you get these knockdowns, where you get the homing missile and then you can do more space stuff. If that knocks down, you get another one. It's just all these crazy things, and they do a lot of damage too. Like they chunk your damage quite heavily. And now you can sort of just, you know, you can do a lot of this more safely than you used to be able to. I mean, in the corner I'm not sure, but you know, he's got all kinds of cool stuff. But that's pretty much Sektor's changes. He's a better character, more range dependent. I'm going to try and get some gameplay in with some actual players, and then hopefully just put it more into practicality. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I don't know how long it takes. I don't know how long this has taken, but yeah, fingers crossed you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you later. Take care.